What if I told you the moment you begged, you already lost her? The second you dropped your crown to pick up your heart, she stopped seeing you as a king. The man she once admired, respected, maybe even loved, vanished the second you broke your frame. She didn't leave because you weren't enough. She left because you forgot who the hell you were. You made her your source of happiness, your oxygen, your reason. And that's exactly when she stopped feeling anything for you. See, women don't fall for the man who puts them on a pedestal. They fall for the man who doesn't need one to stand tall. Let this burn in. The version of you that she walked away from was the weakest, most diluted version of yourself. The overthinker. The one who needed validation. The one who chased, apologized too much, tried too hard. The one who cried to her instead of building himself. That version, that's who she stopped respecting. But that's not the real you. That's the man heartbreak created. It's not who you were born to be. The real you, the stoic, grounded, unshakable version, is forged in this very pain. Not when you're texting her, "I miss you," not when you're checking her story, but when you sit in silence and rebuild. When you stop waiting for a message and start becoming the man who doesn't need it. This isn't about revenge. This isn't about games. This is about walking into a room one day and not even thinking about her. That's the win. That's real freedom. You want her to regret leaving, then disappear from her world and reappear in one she can't reach. Let her scroll and wonder. Let her hear rumors. Let her feel the weight of your absence. You don't do that with noise. You do it with silence, discipline, and distance. You do it by becoming undeniable. That's how men win after heartbreak. Not by reacting, but by rising. So now ask yourself, are you going to keep playing the fool she left behind? Or will you become the king she'll never get another chance with? If you're done being her backup plan, her emotional crutch, her maybe later, hit that like button. Subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below. I rise from the ashes. Now let's begin. Number 1, she left, so let her go. Stop replaying it. Stop scrolling back to the texts. Stop trying to decode the moment she slipped away. She left, so let her go. You don't need another excuse, another closure conversation, another deep talk that ends with nothing but more confusion. You need reality. And the reality is this: any woman who can leave you already did in her mind long before her body followed. She checked out, quietly, subtly. And now you're here, trying to undo it with logic, emotion, and desperation. But you can't negotiate respect. You can't beg for love. You can't reverse attraction by chasing it. When she walked, she expected you to chase. That's the script. That's what every man does. But you're not every man. Let her go, fully. No breadcrumbs, no hope she texts. No, I'll show her I've changed. That's weakness disguised as effort. You think you're proving your love, but all she sees is desperation. You're not a dog waiting at the door. You're not her emotional punching bag. You're not her safety net for when life gets boring again. You're a man, a king, and a king does not chase what willingly walks away from the kingdom. Here's the truth. When you stop chasing, she feels it. When you go quiet, she wonders. When you disappear, she checks. But it doesn't matter what she feels if you've already decided she no longer gets access to you. Because letting go isn't weakness, it's clarity, it's control, and it's the first step to building the man she never thought she'd lose. If you're done making decisions from a place of weakness, if you're ready to take back control, comment below, I don't chase what's already gone. Number 2, your pain is the fuel. It hurts. No one's denying that. The silence, the memories, the unanswered questions, they hit like a punch to the chest. But pain isn't your enemy. Pain is the fire. Pain is the pressure that forges you. You can either let it break you, or you can let it build you. Every great man you've ever admired, every man who became unshakable, used his pain as fuel. Not as an excuse, not as a reason to crumble, but as raw energy to evolve. That ache in your chest, that's potential. That's growth trying to happen, but only if you stop running from it. See, this is where most men fold. They numb the pain. Distractions, alcohol, other women, late-night texts. They throw dirt over the wound and call it healing. But kings do the opposite. They sit in it. They let the pain carve new depth into their character. They use it in the gym, in business, in silence. They don't complain, they convert. That's how you turn heartbreak into legacy. That's how you make sure the next version of you would never even recognize the man who begged for her back. Every rep, every dollar, every win you stack while she's not watching, it all compounds. And one day she'll hear about you, she'll see you, and it'll sting. But by then, it won't matter, because the version of you she knew died in the pain. The man who rose from it? Untouchable. If you're done trying to numb the ache, if you're ready to turn it into fuel, comment below. My pain is power. Number 3. Emotions are a trap. Your emotions are not facts, they're reactions, and if you let them drive, they'll crash everything you're trying to build. That gut-wrenching urge to call her, that impulse to check her story, that storm of anger, sadness, confusion, it's all a test of whether you rule your mind or your mind rules you. Stoicism isn't about being numb, it's about being in control. You can feel the emotion, but you don't act on it. That's power. That's masculinity. The moment you let emotion dictate your behavior, you hand over the throne. She knows this. Consciously or not, she knows how to trigger you. Pull away a little, you panic. Ignore a message, you double text. Post a thirst trap, you bite. It's not about her. It's about how easily you're manipulated. And every time you react, you confirm you're not in control. You become predictable, easy to push, easy to pull. But when you stop reacting, when you become still, composed, unreadable, that's when the power shifts. Don't let temporary emotions create permanent damage. Don't send the message. Don't vent to her. Don't explain yourself. Observe, process, hold the line. You don't win by feeling less. You win by choosing what gets a reaction and when. That's the difference between a clown and a king. One dances on impulse, the other commands the room without saying a word. If you're done making moves based on mood swings, if you're ready to become untouchable, comment below. I master my emotions. They do not master me. Number 4. Silence is strategy. Every time you reach out, you reset her power. Every text, every "how are you?" every little attempt to keep the door cracked open, it's all ammo for her ego. But silence? Silence is war, and silence wins wars. When you go quiet, you flip the script. She expects noise, she expects begging, she expects explanations, reactions, drama. What she doesn't expect is nothing, not a word, not a view, not a like. That's when the second guessing starts. Why hasn't he said anything? Did he move on? Did I lose him for real? And that silence, it screams louder than any paragraph you could have sent. You think reaching out shows strength. Nope. It shows attachment. It shows fear. It shows that she still has control. But when you remove your energy, you starve her of the attention that once fed her power. That's when she starts to feel the loss. Not because you yelled, but because you disappeared. And when a man vanishes with dignity, it echoes in her mind forever. You don't owe her closure. You don't owe her kindness. You owe yourself peace. And peace doesn't come from trying to fix what already walked away. It comes from cutting off the noise and sharpening your focus. So say nothing. Do nothing. Let the silence work for you. Let her wonder. Let her regret. If you're done explaining yourself to people who already made up their mind, if you're ready to let silence speak for you, comment below. My silence is my strength. Number 5. Attention is currency. Stop spending it. Your attention is not free. It's value, it's energy. And every time you spend it on someone who doesn't deserve it, you devalue yourself. She posts a story, you view it. She texts, "Hey," you reply instantly. You scroll, stalk, watch, wonder. And whether you realize it or not, you're paying her with your focus. You're keeping her relevant in your mind while she's already moved on. That's emotional poverty. That's a broke mindset. Because kings don't give away their presence, they make people earn it. You want to know why she's not checking for you? Why she doesn't care anymore? Because she knows you still do, and that's your mistake. See, attention creates pressure. When you take it back, you create distance. That distance is where curiosity is born. That's when she starts to think. That's when she starts to feel the absence. But it only works when you truly cut the signal. No likes, no responses, no reactions. She's not your queen anymore. She's a spectator, and spectators don't get front row seats to your comeback. The more you pull your attention away from her and put it into yourself, your mission, your purpose, the faster the pain fades. You don't get over her by watching her. You get over her by outgrowing her. Every time you check on her, you delay your evolution. So stop spending your energy like you're still in love. Spend it like a man investing in his legacy. If you're done handing out access to people who didn't value it, if you're ready to focus on yourself again, comment below, "My attention is earned, not given." Number 6. She expects you to break. She's not watching to see you rise. She's watching to see you fold. Whether she admits it or not, part of her is waiting for the moment you slip, when you lash out, when you send that emotional text, when you spiral. That's the confirmation she needs to feel justified. See, he's still obsessed. He's still weak. That's the closure she's really looking for. Not a goodbye, but proof that she mattered more to you than you ever mattered to yourself. And here's where most men fail. They fall into the trap. They break. They try to prove their worth by overcompensating, posting fake flexes, sending long paragraphs, acting like they're unbothered while clearly bothered. But when you move in silence, when you hold the line, hold your frame, hold your dignity, that's when you break her expectations instead of letting her break you. You have to realize she's counting on your collapse. She thinks you'll fold without her. She thinks her leaving will destroy you. And if you let it, she wins. Not just the breakup, but the narrative. So rewrite the story. Let her absence be your catalyst. Let your progress become so undeniable that she questions everything, but do it quietly, not for her to see, for you to become. If you're done living in the version of you she left, if you're ready to shock her with the man you're becoming, comment below, "I evolve in silence." Number 7. Revenge isn't loud, it's unseen. You want to get even? Don't argue. Don't flex. Don't post some cringe caption pretending you're thriving when deep down you're broken. That's not power. That's performative. The loudest revenge is success she can't touch, growth she can't interrupt, a life she no longer fits in. Real revenge? It's disappearing from her radar while you build something so solid, so elite, that hearing your name stings more than anything you could have said. She expects a reaction. She expects the pettiness, the rebound girl, the subtweets, the games. But when she gets nothing, when your world goes dark to her and bright everywhere else, that's when she feels it. That's when the doubt creeps in. Did I underestimate him? Did I lose a real one? And by then, you don't care anymore, because you're not chasing a feeling, you're building a legacy. See, most men waste their heartbreak trying to impress her again. Nope. Impress your future. Impress the man you're becoming. That's who matters now. Let your money talk. Let your fitness speak. Let your peace scream. Move like she never existed, not out of spite, but because she doesn't deserve access to who you've become. If you're done looking for revenge through attention, if you're ready to win in silence, comment below, "I let success speak for me." Number 8. You're not her therapist. Stop trying to fix her. Stop trying to understand her pain, her trauma, her reasons for leaving. That's not your job anymore. Maybe it never was. You weren't her healer. You were her man. And the second you took on her emotional damage like it was your responsibility, you started bleeding for wounds you didn't cause. That's why you feel so drained. That's why you're lost. You made her chaos your mission, and in the process, you abandoned yourself. You kept thinking, if I just love her better, she'll stop hurting. She'll stay. She'll finally see me. Nope. She saw you. She saw your effort. She just didn't value it. And trying to fix someone who doesn't want to be fixed will always backfire. Because the more you try, the more they resent you. The more you pour into them, the more empty you feel. It's a trap. And now it's time to walk away from it. You're not cold for cutting her off. You're not selfish for focusing on you. You're doing what you should have done a long time ago, choosing yourself. That doesn't make you heartless. That makes you wise. Because the man who wastes his life trying to heal someone else usually ends up the one needing the most healing himself. If you're done rescuing people who drowned you, if you're ready to stop bleeding for someone who never brought a bandage, comment below, "I protect my peace above all." Number 9. Attraction is in mystery. You talk too much. You explain too much. You reveal every thought, every feeling, every intention. And in doing that, you kill the very thing that draws people in. Mystery. See, a man who overshares is a man trying to be understood. But a man who holds back, who speaks with purpose, who lets silence fill the space, that man becomes intriguing. That man creates tension. And tension is the foundation of attraction. She used to hang on your words. Now she skips your messages. Why? Because there's no edge anymore. She's already figured you out. She knows exactly what you're thinking, feeling, wanting. And once someone thinks they've fully figured you out, the curiosity dies. But when you become unreadable, when you move without explanation, when you post without context, when you speak less and do more, that's when the game shifts. That's when the mystery returns. Don't tell her how much you've changed. Don't announce your moves. Just make them. Let her guess. Let her wonder. Let her feel the weight of not knowing. That's where attraction is rebuilt. Not in clarity, but in curiosity. You don't owe her your mind anymore. Keep it locked. Let your life speak louder than your mouth. If you're done being an open book for people who never read the pages, if you're ready to let mystery work for you, comment below. My silence creates curiosity. Number 10. A king doesn't chase. He reigns. A clown dances for attention. A king commands it. You've spent enough time chasing. Enough time lowering your worth to prove it. Enough time trying to be chosen instead of choosing yourself. That ends now. Because a man who knows his value doesn't chase what's unsure about him. He doesn't beg for love, beg for closure, beg for someone to come back. He walks, not out of pride, but out of principle. A king doesn't move out of desperation. He moves with intention. He doesn't chase validation. He lives in such a way that it follows him. When she left, she expected to see you spiral. She expected you to collapse, to get stuck. But what she didn't expect was silence, growth, discipline. A man becoming so focused on building his empire that she became a distant memory. That's how you reign. Not with words, not with noise, but with presence, purpose, and peace. Let them watch, let them wonder, let them miss the version of you they'll never get access to again. Because the man you're becoming doesn't chase. He builds, he leads, he reigns. And any woman who walks into his life again better be ready to match his standard or keep walking. If you're done chasing what doesn't serve you, if you're ready to sit on your throne, comment below. I don't chase, I reign. Now re-watch this anytime you forget who the hell you are. Stoic, focused, unshaken, a king. This wasn't just a breakup, it was a wake-up call, a reminder that the world doesn't owe you loyalty, love, or closure. And that's okay, because everything you need is already within you. The pain, the silence, the rebuilding, that's your path now. That's where kings are made, not in comfort, not in validation, but in the solitude where you learn to choose yourself again and again, no matter who walks away. She didn't lose a guy who needed her. She lost a man who was willing to give her the world, and now he's giving it to himself. That's the difference. And when you finally become that version of you, the stoic, grounded, unfazed version, nothing she does will matter anymore. Her attention won't move you. Her silence won't shake you. Her regret won't affect you, because you'll know the truth. She lost a king, not a clown. and kings don't look back. If this hit home, if you felt that shift inside, do what kings do, move with purpose. Hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never lose this energy. And comment below one final time, I remember who I am. This is Stoic Blessing. Stay sharp, stay grounded, stay powerful,